do their brochures for them. Their hotel I'm sleeping at, I hope there's no rep from there here. In the room, the material is awful. And I gave up even trying to talk to them about it because it's a long process. But these are touch points that customers, I don't have to speak to the receptionist or the manager to get the vibe of the company. It's the things that I see around me. The information material, the print, the quality, everything is awful. If I had a chance, I'll design a new one and go and show it to them. Because sometimes people have innate needs that they don't even know. So the solution is that keep exploring, open your mind to things around you, and see if there are any other things you could do to get by financially. That would be my submission on that point. All right, so all the people who spoke while I was there, I have a small token for you. My colleague Sonia will come around. Raise your hands. I saw you speak.
Please come forward here. Let's share it for you right away. If you ask the question, kindly.
If you ask a question or engaged in any way. Or should I make it conditional that you should have the mobile app?
Yes, please make sure you have the mobile app and you've created the account. Not just the mobile app, but create the instant account right now on your app. Let me see. Create the instant account before you get a notepad. Can you kindly assist? I want to see your account beyond the download. Oh, come on, let's show some love to our speaker. Come on. Oh, put your hands together. And some of our participants take their notepads.
All right, thanks everyone. I would like to end here.
Come on, show some love. Oh, come on. Head Brand Marketing, GCB Bank. Oh, is that you coming all the way from Accra? Come on, UCC. Did you enjoy the presentation? Do you like this presentation? Let me let you know that so far, we've had several of our speakers speaking already. Bishop Dominic Newland, Allotted Dr. 𝗦𝗨𝗖𝗖𝗘𝗦𝗦 Kwadwo just spoke, and in team XRC president. Come on, show some love to all our 5 speakers who have spoken already in this conference. Success Africa. Success Africa. Dare, act, and achieve. And you know, his story is amazing. He spoke to you about working for free. It's something, if you sit through all our presentations, you get to know several of our top business leaders how to go through that process. And you can also go through that process as you redefine your career to the next level. Note that Success Africa Summit 2026 is brought to you by Success Africa Foundation in partnership with GCB Bank, with support from MTN Ghana, GB Foods, Tima, ICAG, Belacqua, and all our partners making it possible. One more time, let's appreciate our partners. Without wasting much time, I'll call on our next speaker, who happens to be a marketing professional as well, with an amazing story. Join me, let's receive Edward Asare. Oh. Show some love to Edward, an amazing young man who was with us in Accra edition, and I'm glad to have him here.
Success is not for just some people. Success is not just meant for others and not us. On the graduation day at the University of Ghana, I like all universities. I've gone to, I'm on my 4th university. Hopefully one day I'll come to UCC as well. And I've said this thing in my posts everywhere I go. I didn't get first class. I didn't get upper. I got a lower. Have you ever attended a graduation ceremony before? When the first class people are coming, what do? So they stood for them, and then they collected their certificate. I think for them, they bring their certificate to their place. For those of us at the back, maybe they will go to the faculty. Then the upper people also came. I'm a very active young man. If there is a group work, almost always I'm made a group leader. But on graduation day, I was at lower. My other group members who were not really contributing, first class, upper in things. And then when you got to the lower, third class pass people, they really clap for us a lot. Success is not meant for only some people. And I'm always quick to say, aim for first class. Aim second class upper. But if you try some and it didn't happen, you are not a failure. I don't know who I'm speaking to. But most of us, we are in school, we go for church meetings and all of that. We are all happy, we are walking about. It is only you that you know that your GPA is really suffering. I am here to tell you that that doesn't mean you are a failure. I know a certain lady. She went to Wesley Girls, came to the University of Ghana, economics. Graduation day, she didn't go for graduation. She had a lot of receipts. After her friends had left, she was still on campus. People thought she was doing masters. Apparently, she couldn't graduate. So she left the course, then went to UPSC to go and read communications. Valedictorian, best graduating student. Sometimes you are suffering not because you are dumb, it is because you are probably in the wrong field. Are you here with me? So when I had the invitation to come and speak, please my screen. So this is your seat. This is where you are supposed to be sitting, everybody here. You guys are queens and kings in your own right. And that's how I want you to see yourself. Please, the next slide, please. I asked the one before where my picture is. I asked Mr. Kusi, what am I coming to talk about? He said, unlocking the job market. Mommy, do I have the key? Because after my national service, guys, I was unemployed. I went to teach at St. Francis Girls of Assisi. When I came back to Accra, no job for 2 years. If I had a key, would I be unemployed? Everything I'm going to say here today, if you see any success story, know that it is by the grace of God. If you see any struggle, please don't pity me. My parents tried their best. Are you here with me? All right. So that is your seat. The one I showed you. Now let's go on to the next one, please. The next slide. Now the world is like a stage. And we have audiences watching us. Now I chose Messi because he's the greatest player of all time. If you think it's Ronaldo, please go out. So all of us here today, you are Messi today. And this is where you are being born, when you are being born into this world. Coming onto this life on the bench. Always commenting about how somebody else should have done it, or what the government should have done, or they should have brought kudus out for Salisu to go in. You see, my man is really shouting. I wanted you, go to the previous slide. I want you to be the main player, the one in red and blue, taking part in the game of life. Next. Now this story or this speech I'm going to make today is in the form of a CV, which is my life story. Note that not everything that worked for me might work for. The things that I say here are not gospel. They are not advice. Because my sister, sometimes what worked for me might not work for you. But you can learn from somebody's story and then make something out of your own life. So many of the things we are going to say today, you might have heard them before. Haven't you? But I'm happy you keep showing up because you need that energy to keep forging forward. They never give up. Haven't you heard it before? Do internship. Haven't you heard it before? Get high GPA. You've not heard it before? That's the first advice your parents gave you when you were coming. And they said, don't do boyfriend, girlfriend, but today some of you will go in the evening. When I went to level 100, there was this young lady I was admiring. So I asked her that, oh, I want to go to amphitheater so that we go and watch a play. Guys, when I got there, we were two guys with hair. I went to sit down there. They were talking. I was just sitting down like Ronaldo was sitting on a bench. And then I have to go back to the room. I hope it doesn't happen to anybody today. All right, let's go on, please. The next one. Education is very important. You've heard it several times. That was me in my second class lower gown. I beg you, get your first class, oh. Get your upper. If you try and you didn't get, and unfortunately you came up with the lower, I am saying that there is hope for you. And then I went ahead to the University of Ghana to go and do MBA in marketing. And I went ahead to do an MA in media and digital communications. When I came back, and I was sitting in the room, one of my directors came, hey, I saw you graduated again. I said, yes. So he said, you can get degrees like thermometer, but it doesn't mean you'll be rich. Hi, Charlie. But I know what I wanted to do with all of these degrees I am getting. Because education does not only give you the certificate, it is how it molds you and the way you think that really matters. Some of you, the benefit of this education you're having here today is because you are probably meeting your next business partner here. That's the benefit you are getting. Some of you too, your wife or husband. I thought it could be, but it didn't happen. Are you here with me? So never underrate the ladies. After this place, you go national service. Small time, no. Then your father will say, hey, so they start asking you. You think, right now they are warning you. You finish and see. Finish national service. So when are you bringing somebody to you? The next thing is wedding invitation. Charlie, they suffer. Are you here with me? I'm here to tell you that, ladies, your life doesn't end when you finish school, the degree, and quickly you want to get into marriage. It is also a beautiful achievement. Guys, if you get it, take it. Ladies, you can go do your master's too. There are so many ladies out there, they want to do their masters. People are telling them, Kowarena, what school? You are going to school too much. Oh, you think I'm lying? Others want to go and do their PhD. Look, you can do all of them. You can get married, do your masters too, and then be doing your presentation for your PhD graduation, even with a pregnancy, and then take a picture with it. Never underrate education. Next one, please. Next one, please. It has frozen. Experience shapes you. Some of you, when I get to say you're seeing this man, safari suit, like, yeah, we're fresh guy, we're fresh you. Experiences do what? They shape you. When I was like this, my dream had always been, one day I will be somebody. Some of you, probably this is your situation. Guys, I was from Asisabadar in the eastern region. Every vacation, I go to the village. And sometimes in school, my father will call me, Charlie, guys, it's time for weeding and things. We decided. So we have to go back. And when I come to Accra, you see the way I speak? You know, everybody will be like, Charlie, this guy. I remember one time when I was in junior high school and they were sacking school fees. And then one of the teachers was like, oh, his father hadn't sent the money because he stays outside. Me, I've not been to airport before. But I kept quiet. Vacation, this is what I was doing. There was no network. So that lady I thought I would marry when I finished school, she'd be calling me, you would get it. But those experiences do what? They shape you. There is no menial work you give me that me I cannot do. I just have to remove this thing. And I'm here to tell you, if you are in this, at this stage of your life, stop dreaming of being somebody one day. You will not be somebody one day. No, you'll be like, hey, Charlie, the thing is turning, no. I said you will not be what? You are somebody now. Clap for yourself. Oh, guys, I want you to say it like, I am somebody now. Do you understand? You don't become somebody when you buy a car. Madam, no. You are somebody now that you are walking to class. Another time, Elizabeth said to NNB, it's a very long distance. Charlie, guys, almost every time I walk, when I get to class, sweaty and things. So that's why the girl didn't go with you to the Valentine's Day. Then there was another guy my heart is like multi-socket, we have no space. So I entered the bus. I saw her come. I was like, Charlie, if I'm walking and she sees me, Charlie, my steez will count down. So I entered the bus. You understand? Charlie, have only the money I had on me. I just have to go to class, come and buy what at night market, come and eat, then hope for what God can do the next day. Charlie, I have to pay for the fare for this lady and I. My money will finish. Are you here with me? You are somebody. Everything that you need to become that big man that you are dreaming of is already inside. That's why I started by saying that success is not made for some people. It is for all of us. We all, at a point in time, we all used to think like that way. Thinking that, oh, Charlie, after school, see, your first class friends, most of them, PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, the second graduate entry program. Charlie, I applied, so I called some HR and she blocked me. Because up and foul, this thing, study abroad, most of them, up and above. My GP was terrible. And I was sitting home unemployed. One time I was sitting behind my desk. Everybody had gone to work. If you call your friend, they'll be like, oh, Charlie, I have to go back to my desk. It's not an easy place to be. I am telling you this to learn from me instead. If you ever get to that point, all hope is never lost. The next one, please. Is it the next one? After my MBA, professional bodies. I don't know which course you are reading, but whatever it is, there is a body for it. Join one. It is very important for continuous development. If you are an accountant, get chartered, part of a CA. If you are a banker, be a chartered banker. If you are a communications person, join IPR Ghana. I joined both IPR and CIMG. Tell you what unemployment showed me. If I get medicine, I go do all of them. Let me go on. Next. Next one. The English is not sweet. He said, "Na tree near tree. You know, we say monkey sabi fly." Are you here with me? Boss, am I saying it well? A monkey cannot fly, but it hangs on other trees to what? Go to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, all my application letters that I've written ever since I graduated, I've never gotten one job from it. Do you know how I got jobs? People. People lift me. I didn't make myself. The very first person who gave me an opportunity, they were in university. They came to my village to preach. And then they saw me. I was in lower primary. So when they came to see the place, there's no light, no network and things. They saw that place is a coded place. It's like, you see, when Muhammad went to the mountains, or when Jesus went into the wilderness, they also saw my village as the wilderness or the So every year they will come there to come and do their empowerment or something. So a relationship was created. This man was working at TV3. That's how I got my internship to go and work at TV3. Because he knew my father. And my internship, you know what I was doing? Oh, I was going to strategic meetings, and we were doing presentations in Sela. I wasn't doing all of those things. Some of you think, oh, media, if I go to a company and they send me, you go, you go. You go. Rebecca, you said about you go, Charlie. You go, you say all of this, you go. You work as a sawa, you over here. But, whilst I was there, the PA to the man I was talking about noticed that I had a skill in social media. And that's how she recommended me for an opportunity to start working whilst I was in level 400, before even completing school. On April Fool's Day. Unfortunately, before my national service placement could come, the HR had resigned. And I wasn't posted to TV3. Eventually, the thing actually became April Fool. That's how come I was posted to Upper West, which I never regretted. All my students now, some of them are working already. It's fulfilling. When say, where are you? I'm at this place. Oh, where are you? I'm at this place. I am there. Next one. I'll be finishing very soon. Next one. I've already said this one, but I have some points I want to add to it. This is not to disgrace the occupation farming. It is my personal story, and I'm just showing you how I've been able to navigate it. If it helps your life, thank God. Most of you feel like you are not enough. When I was younger, do you know the name they call me? DDH. Double decimal head. I know why the laughter is lingering. Because low-key, you can see that the head is really... But for a young person to be mocked like that consistently, it has something that affects your self-belief. So I was smart. In fact, I am smart. I have never been second from primary 1 to primary 6. BC, I was the best student. I had the highest number of ones. But because of this, I became so shy, so timid. I didn't have self-confidence. Most of the time, my hand is on my head like this. When people are not watching me, sometimes I massage my head. Some of you, it is because you feel like you are too dark. For some of you, you feel like you are too short. For some of you, you feel like you don't look good enough. If you watch yourself in the mirror, you don't really like what you see. You wish, look, these are silent battles people fight. And do you know what that does to you? It takes away audacity from your life. To the extent that when you're supposed to go and take an opportunity, you feel like, I am not the right person for it. Oh, true or not true? But I'm here to tell you, you are what? Enough. My sister, you are beautiful. You are smart. Are you listening to me? Oh, listen. You are elegant. You are what? Enough just as you are. My brother, you be fresh guy. You are intelligent. You deserve every opportunity you want. I want you to walk out of this room today knowing that you are what? If possible, write it in your book somewhere. I'm about ending. Albert started this thing we are doing. I asked him, do you know when he started this thing? Do you know when he started this whole event thing that we are doing? Level 200. Albert, stand up. Let's see you. Stand up, bro. He started this thing at level 200. He was audacious enough that I'm going to create something where people will come together and talk about things to make their lives better. Yours might not be the same as Albert's own, but whatever dream it is, my brother, my sister, you are enough. You are the best person to do it. And my lady, you see that marketing thing in you? See, there is no advice that will take that burning from your heart. If people advise you to quit it, do you know what will happen? You won't listen. God has put it there. Do you know that? If your parents advise you, you won't listen. And do you know what will happen? One day you'll be one of the best marketers we have. And do you know what will happen? She would be speaking like this someday if you had advised her to quit. And she will use you as an example of the people who were telling him to stop. Because when I started the social media, let me finish, I'm almost done. I wanted to do some LinkedIn thing, but maybe small. People will ask me, oh, so what job would you want to do? Oh, I said, well, I'm working. I'm a social media manager and things. Do you know the next question they ask me? Oh, I mean, real job. So that's like, what I'm doing there, I'm what? But so far as you have the passion and desire for it, you do all in it. I'm ending. Please, regardless of everything you have, just don't even watch the slides again, because my time is up. That low-key mentality is the reason why most people will die today and go to their graves without anybody knowing about their talents. At the mention of talent, have you heard this thing before? The parable of the talents. 5, 3, 2. Is that all? Or 5, 2, I have forgotten. 531. What did the last person do? Your talent is not made to stay with who? It's supposed to benefit other people. It's supposed to move from you. So that low-key, we are the humble ones. We are not too no. Edward, as I people, they every day, they are making noise on LinkedIn. And my brother, Ibrahim. SRC president, every day they are posting on Twitter. Every day, we are the humble ones. We are the gentle ones. We don't want anybody to know about our there. So, and then you bring in this proverb. Or the fact that you don't hear noise in the house doesn't mean that we are not eating. You know, the person who is making noise feel that all those proverbs. But your talent is like the product in your hands. You are supposed to market it for people to see it. So that when you leave here with that second class lower, and GCB is not calling you, Momo is not calling you, MTN is not calling you, but you are able to show up to the extent that, Charlie, this guy has something we need. Look, I worked in UBA. They also don't take lower. But by the time they saw me, they were like, Charlie, let's dog that upper thing and take this guy. Because he had a certain skill that class doesn't really matter for him to be taken. Are you here with me? And it is very simple. Social media has come to level the ground for all of us. If you are here and you don't have LinkedIn, I'm not saying you are going to be a failure, but you see this internship thing you are talking about? Eh? Trust me, before this thing even happened, let's say you have been active on social media, and then you, on your own volition, every day you go to on your LinkedIn or TikTok, you go and create content about how you are using GCB, how it's working for you. My brother here will send you a DM. Say, Charlie, we've seen the work you are doing. I want you to come and help us in our activations. 1 year internship. You say you've written letter, they are not money you. Don't feel entitled to opportunity. This is not to make you shy. Okay? It's a very good attempt you've done. But I'm saying that there are other ways of doing it. I could talk and talk and talk. But I want to leave you with this. You are enough. Say, I'm enough. I am enough. I am enough. My name is 𝗦𝗨𝗖𝗖𝗘𝗦𝗦.
Oh, come on, let's give it up to 𝗦𝗨𝗖𝗖𝗘. Great presentation. Hello. Hello. Are you enjoying the conference? So we have the conference in 3 segments. We are almost done with the first segment. Then we move on to the second. And then the third segment is the giveaways, the giveaways, the giveaways. I thought you put your hands together. So let us conclude the first segment. The second segment is for our partners to introduce their services to you. And then the third segment is the giveaways and the giveaway. One more time, let's show some love to 𝗦𝗨𝗖𝗖𝗘𝗦𝗦. So we would have our final speaker who would wrap it up here for us. He happens to be the Managing Director of People's Pension Trust, a seasoned speaker, an investment banker who has traveled across the globe speaking on several platforms, and I'm glad to host him here at the University of Cape Coast. Mr. Issaka Ibrahim, come on, show some love to the Managing Director. Please speak to us for the next 15 minutes, and then we'll pick partners' messages. We'll be having our panel, and we'll be out of here.
Thank you very much. You know, when you sit in Edward Asari's presentation, you don't have to present again. You know, because he's taking the energy, he's lifted the energy through the roof in the room. It's really great to be back in the university to speak to students. You know, when I was in the secondary school, I think my school father didn't do me good. You know, he told me, all those motivational speakers, don't mind them. So I never, you know, participated in any of these programs, whether in secondary school or university. So I didn't get the benefit of having motivational speakers to listen to. But I'm glad that I'm here, and I hope that from what we have said, your life will also be impacted in one way or the other. I want to start with the theme of this particular program, and I think Albert, you did a very fantastic job by choosing this particular theme. You know, please put your hands together for him. And as the theme says, beyond vision, dare, act, and achieve. You know, for most of us, we have vision. I mean, when I was growing, I had vision 2030. You know, I believe it's still a vision. But most of us have vision. A vision to graduate, a vision to get a good job, a vision to get a better life. But let me just ask, has vision ever passed an exam? Has vision ever created any job? Has vision ever changed any life? That is why we need to go beyond vision. Because vision alone can never do anything if you don't go the next step. And I think that's why Albert brought the next step as today. When we say today, what does it really mean? Today means you need to try even when you are unsure. It means you need to step forward even when you feel you are not qualified. It means you need to apply for that job even when, as 𝗏𝗏𝗖𝗏𝗏 said, you think you had the 3rd class or you had an F. You need to step forward boldly. You need to show yourself. You need to dare. And that is the first step after vision. So you may have your vision, but you need to be daring enough to step forward. One man said, if you are failing to be ready to start, you will wait forever. Because motivation alone is not enough. For many of us, we want to feel motivated to do something. But motivation is not real. You need to be daring enough. You need to have that daring mentality to step up boldly. The next one that Albert chose was to act. You know, daring is a mental thing. It's in the mind. Acting is a physical component of the daring. So after you've put yourself forward, you need to take action. You need to make that step, and that's where a lot of vision die. They say talk is cheap. Plenty talk, no action. And so after you've dared enough to step forward, you need to take action. You need to make sure you are waking up the time you want to wake up. And it's difficult. See, action is difficult. I'm sure all of us, if we had the opportunity, we would not be here. Maybe we'll be doing today's for Valentine. We'll be at the beach wearing our red bikinis, red shorts. But you want to take action because you want to see your vision come through. The last part, before I just share my personal story, is to want to achieve. And I think 𝗏𝗏𝗖𝗏𝗏 said it rightly. Some of us, we are sorry, I'm quiet. I don't want to achieve so that eyes will come on me. Even when you achieve, you want to hide it in your room because. But have the desire to achieve. I'm sure even Judgment Day, God will select those who have achieved first and then now come to those who have not achieved. That's just me personally. But look, you should have the desire to achieve. And achievement is not luck. Yes, it may come through luck, but achievement is not luck. It is when you dare, you step forward, and you act consistently. That is when achievement will follow. So don't see this theme as just some English words being put together. It's supposed to ignite something in you. You need to think beyond it. As students, yes, maybe we are allowed to try, we are allowed to do something on our own and fail. And this is the right time to fail because you are failing fast and you learn from it. What you are not allowed at this stage of your life is not do anything. Because as the previous speakers have said, a lot of people started when they were in the university. So at this age of ours, you are allowed to do everything but just being passive and just sitting at your corner. Do something with your life where you find yourself. Just yesterday I was watching Instagram and a quote passed and I thought it was very, very relevant to this speech. That we don't stand out by chance. We stand out by choice. So don't say you are where you are because chance just happened to you. You are where you are because you chose to be where you are. And I want us to have that mentality going forward. That we will choose to dare, we will choose to act, and we will choose to achieve. I thought somebody would say amen. I'll bring my collection book so that we start collecting the money. Anyway. But just to share personal life stories for my side. As I said, when I was growing up, motivational speaking was not my thing. You know, typically you go to a boys' school, your school father says, motivational speakers are not, who are you to say, you know. So motivational speakers were not my thing. But perhaps I found myself where I am because I followed motivational speakers. And throughout my life, there are just 5 principles that have shaped me personally. It may be good for you, it may not be good for you. But 5 principles that personally have shaped my life to be where I am. And I also started very humble, you know, from humble beginnings. I wish I could share my picture with you. Very, very humble beginnings. I'm not here because of some dressing. I started very humble beginnings. In fact, when I finished university, I had applied to so many jobs that when I was called for interview, I didn't know which one I was going for. Because I had applied to almost every job. So when they called me, I didn't know. And I forgot to also ask. You know? So I remember when I was going for the interview, it was an insurance company, so I had gone to their website and Googled all the roles in there. And I think I saw one underwriter. I said, no, maybe this is what I applied for. I have forgotten what I applied for. So no, maybe this is, and that was the interview day. I went there and I saw about 10 other people who were also applying for the same role, being interviewed. And you know, when you go for interview, they give you this interview form to complete. And I had learned everything about being an underwriter. And I saw one guy writing at the top, role applied for, portfolio administrator. In fact, that was my first time of hearing the word portfolio. I had never heard the word portfolio. You know, I believe that was the role I applied for. You know, but I went in there, and by God's grace, I got the job and rode through the ranks. Within the next 7 years, I had risen through the ranks to become the general manager of that company. So there are a few principles I have personally lived with, and I made it a choice to live by them. And I call them the 5 P's. The first P that I have learned throughout my career is purpose. As a human being, you need to know your why. You need to know your purpose. If you don't have purpose, you'll be aimless. And there are times we find ourselves in situations we don't just understand, why am I here? What am I even doing? Trust me, if you know your purpose, if you know your why, you'll never find yourself in that situation. When you wake up every morning, ask yourself, why am I here? Why do I want to do what I'm doing? In this auditorium, ask yourself, why am I here? Find your purpose, find your why, because that is what will serve as a compass for you. When you're a sailor, your compass is very important. And as every human being, your purpose should serve as your compass, so that every point in time, you know where you are going. The second P is passion. Passion is putting love in what you do. See, for me, if I don't love what I do, I will not do it in the first place. I will not even start. I need to love what I'm doing. Because it is when you love what you are doing that you find meaning in what you are doing. If you don't love it, that's just it for you. You just be doing it mechanically. So put love in what you are doing. I rose to the ranks because I love what I'm doing. Anybody who knows me know that I'm for financial planning, I'm for financial management, I'm for retirement management, I'm for financial inclusion, I'm for everything that will make sure everybody is living well financially. That's what I'm for. And it came through passion. Because in my life, we pay people who are going on pension. And so if you don't have that empathy in ensuring that you are investing people's funds so that when they go on retirement, they will live well, you may just wake up one day and somebody's father is dead on your head because their money's got haircuts. So you need to put yourself in their shoes. And that is where passion comes in. The third one is persistence. Look, it is hard. Whatever you do is hard. It's difficult. I'm sure Albert will tell you. Sometimes you wake up and you feel like going back to sleep. You wake up from bed and you feel like going back to sleep. You know, when I schooled in UDS Navongo campus, and you wake up there and the sun is like 34 degrees. You walk out of your hostel and you say, Charlie, what do you mean to me? Let me be back. Because life is hard. But you need to have persistency. You need to have that zeal. You know, somebody said, you need to have the heart of a lion to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Because no matter how hungry a lion is, it will never chew grass. So have that heart of a lion and say, I want to achieve this. This is what I want. You wake up every day, you do the same thing. The results may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, but trust me, the results will come. If you are persistent in what you are doing. The fourth principle, for me, and I'm sure many of you will also take it, is to have patience. Have patience. I see people are smiling because I portrayed everything. You know, I thought our time we were fast, but this generation, by the time you say F, they are gone. You know. But now is the time for us to have patience, because things don't happen overnight. Good things take time, and better things even takes longer time. So yes, you want to achieve. Yes, you want to get where you want to get to, but have patience. Because in his own time, he makes things beautiful. The fifth one, and that carries everything I want to say, is prayer. There are some successes you achieve not because of how beautiful, how intelligent, or how smart you are in planning, but it's just by divine intervention. And you cannot have a divine intervention if you don't get connected to your maker. So as young people, let's have prayer in our basket. Whichever God you worship, make sure you wake up and you pray to them. Because you know what they say. Make sure you are closer to your maker. Because prayer moves mountains. To bring my short speech to an end, I'll end by repeating. To stand out is not by chance. It is by choice. So choose to dare, choose to act, and trust me, achievement will follow you. Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, come on, show some love to 𝗍𝗂𝗑𝐸𝐵𝐴HIM, share with us his 5 principles. Guys, let's go through very quickly. Number one, those who came in early, I'll be doing that grand presentation as the final speaker here. I will be speaking about discovering and excelling in your purpose. Number 2, passion. Number 3, you need to persist. Life will present you with challenges and obstacles, and all you can do is to keep persisting, keep persisting, keep persisting. Number 4, that is what this generation needs. Guys, be patient. It won't happen overnight. It's taken us 19 years to come this far. And even though starting this journey, I saw all the brands, but it still took me 19 years. Hello? It took me 15 years to have a conversation with MTN. It took me 16 years to have a conversation with GCB. So it won't happen overnight. Are you listening? You must do your 10,000 hours. I remember in 2008, George Under, Chief Marketing, went in to pick T-shirts and souvenirs. And I was excited because I knew it would lead to something many, many, many years after. So for me, one of the things that strike me in his 5 is patience. Tell somebody, be patient. Tell the person, take it easy. Tell the person, you'll get there. Don't rush, guys. Keep developing yourself and keep building your capacity. And finally, prayer. If you ask me what is the one most critical thing in my journey is prayer. Because you need to understand that there is a spirit being. There is a God that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ask or think. Do you know, several people discouraged me from having the program today. Even including some top of our speakers. I said, Val's Day, who will come? And I said, it's Val's Day, but I will still fill the auditorium. Put your hands together for yourself for being wonderful audience. Listen, today is the gathering of all students. I want to call our lead partner, GCB, represented by 𝗂𝗂𝗑𝗦𝗦 Oh, join us. All students, pick up, guys. Are you here? Kwame, just briefly, we want to know what does GCB offer us right after GCB will be MTN? What does GCB offer to this audience? Please, if you have the mobile app and the account, raise your hand. He's the manager for youth banking. He wants to know. Please keep your hands up. He wants to check through and scan through, and he's making it possible for us to have this special edition of success. He's an old student of UCC. He did BCom. And I want him to let us know briefly what GCB has for us. Kwame.
Thank you very much, Albert. Do we have some fellows in the house?
Yes.
Fellow custodians.
Yeah.
I don't feel it. I don't feel it. Fellow custodians. I don't feel the yee. Do you have some fellows in the house?
Yes.
No, I don't feel the fellowness. I don't feel it. Fellow custodians. I now feel I'm back home. The other halls are asking, what is happening? Forgetting that there is only one university in the university, which is the University of what? Thank you. So let me talk a bit about GCB, what we stand for. And I mean, coming back to UCC is more of like coming back home, because I had my first degree, second degree. Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 took me through first degree, second degree. He was my supervisor. And so we've had a long relationship. I remember we used to go to his house and go and play PS, go and play game and all that. So, I mean, it was more great coming back home. But for GCB, what we want to say is that we have dedicated a special unit called the Youth Banking Unit. Now, this is the brain behind that, and this is the brain behind what we intend to do. We realized that banking had just skipped the phase of just thinking of money alone. But the question you ask yourself is, what impact are you making in people? And what do you expect people to be committed to you? So, for GCB and the youth banking space, all that we're trying to say is we're creating a room and an avenue for young people, not just completing school, start working, and then coming back, and we expect you to come and open accounts with us. No. We want to be part of your journey right from the time you're on campus. And it is that which has brought forth the idea of giving special attention to the young people and the youth. Now let me just highlight three major things we are looking in there. One has to do with helping young people, students, young people that have entrepreneurial mindset, people who want to make impact. And you know, when it comes to entrepreneurship, one thing you need to understand, it will be very, very difficult for you to just walk into any financial institution and tell them that I'm starting a business, so I need a loan of 20,000. I mean, every financial institution will want to make a very critical analysis of the business. I mean, you know where you are going. But for us, it is someone's money we are holding. And the question is, can we entrust that money in that startup that you are having? So we're creating room and space for young people with ideas of entrepreneurship. And as a bank, we want to embrace all those young people in a space, which I believe we'll talk more about in a short moment when we're doing the panel discussion, when it comes to the opportunities that we have for young people. I mean, the second thing we are looking at in the space of youth banking is that we want every young person, you know, you complete school and then you see a job advertisement and it will tell you that 2 years working experience, 3 years working experience, 20 years working experience, and you ask yourself, I just completed school, so how do I get these 3 years and 4 years? And this morning someone asked a question relating to internship. I'll be glad enough to tell you that just your last batch, 600 people that came for internship. 6 solid 100. And you know, we can't absorb the 600 at a go. So we had to break them into cohort, where we'll have people coming in maybe for a month, then another set coming in for another month, another set coming in for another month. Because our vacation probably was just 3 months. So that will stand for. The third thing probably I want to talk about within the youth banking space is that how do we make financial inclusion a very easy thing for everyone? And this time around, when we're talking about financial inclusion, we're not just talking about to the literate alone. What are we creating in the space of those who are not literate, those who can't speak and write English? So are we getting to a space where if I'm talking of savings, the person who is sitting in that small village who can't understand what I'm speaking in English will be able to hear it in his or her language and make meaning out of it? So we're creating a space where even those who don't have the ability to understand the English that I'm speaking. Today, me am here fantini. And think I make a fanta, make a brofining na no it's in the fanti. It has a no answer. So we're creating that space for even those who are not literate. How best can we bring them in? It is in view of that we're partnering, which again we'll talk about when we get to the panel discussion, where we bring in people, young people, into an incubator space to help them. So for youth, GCB Youth Banking, all that we are saying is that GCB has come to stay. GCB has been with us all this while, for 75 years. And we're treating every young person here today to be part of this great family. Everyone sitting here, I can tell you that in one way or the other, you are part of GCB. Either your mother saved there some years ago, either your father worked there some years ago, either your parents are still saving there today. So GCB is for you. In a way, you are part of the family already by virtue of the kind of businesses your family or your relative are transacted with us. So we are giving room for every single young person sitting here today that be part of this great family. We have our WhatsApp channel. We are entreating everyone to follow because we give and we put things over there that will be of interest to young people. So I'll pause on this for now and say that if you don't have any account, just download our mobile app. Within 1 minute, 30 seconds, you'll be able to create an account. Let me give you one interesting thing about the account creation. And I always want to talk about this anytime I get the opportunity to talk. There is one thing on the app that I always encourage students to do. That is creating a virtual card on the app. You know, most of us sitting here, about 90% of us sitting here, make a lot of online payments. And the online payments that you do, you end up using your cash for the payment. Now, on the app is a virtual card you create within 30 seconds. This is a Visa card. Now, this Visa card gives you access for you to fund it anytime that you want to fund it. So it's not linked directly to the account. Every single online payment that I make, whether Netflix, DSTV, any of them, I use my virtual card. Now, this is what I do. I fund it as and when I want to make a particular payment. Now, we are mitigating the risk factor when it comes to probably an interception anywhere. Again, the app will give you room to monitor your spendings and say that, okay, I spent 20,000. Today is Val's Day. I spent it on my girlfriend. And I used to remember when I would walk from Casper to INSU. Hey, when I'm coming back, then I'll know 𝗂𝗧𝗧. So, I mean, you get a chance. A student, one of the best things you can have is to monitor every single thing you're doing when it comes to your expenses. So on this note, I will pause here for now. I believe when we get to the panel discussion, we'll have much interaction.
Oh, come on, show some love to GCB Bank, Manager Youth Banking, and alumni of this great university. Come on, give it up for him. I've seen all of you. They are setting up the table so that we give giveaways upon giveaways. Join me to do our next presenter. He's also an old student of this great university for one of the biggest telecommunications in Ghana, MTN. Come on, show some love to Cosmas Winu. Oh, come on. Show some love to him as he comes to give us a brief. The laptop is in. Get ready, guys.
Wow. I wish I was one of the speakers today. And I know maybe in the near future, the organizers possibly will explore more for some of us to also share our experience for you, the young ones. Before I start, I hail from the north. And if you have ever been there and to come to UCC, the distance alone would discourage you. Do you have any northern students here? Entry. Tumabeola. Lisobo Nawangumti. That's just a teaser. And those years back, before you even get to Cape Coast, if not 2 days journey, then you won't get to Cape Coast. That is, I'm not a motivational speaker. I am here to sell. So that one is just for MTN. Everywhere you go, MTN, right? Yeah. If we are 18 million connected, 18 million, one voice in this country, 300 million across all the country of where MTN operates. I think we are not doing something wrong. We are doing something right. That is why, who is in this hall and not using a phone, a mobile phone? Nobody. Who is in this hall and he or she is not using an Android phone, smartphone? Nobody. Why? The world is changing and changing very fast. And no one will always want to be behind. Will always want to catch up. And catch up very fast with the modern technology that is going on. GCB Bank, MTN, we are partner with you, isn't it? Yeah. And you all, individually seated here, it is because of you, and you are making who we are, MTN, today. Can you clap for yourself? We are connected together as one family. As I mentioned, 80 million connected to MTN network today in Ghana. Are we not one family? Are we not one family? We are. So it means we are doing something good. We are not only doing this alone, we are doing it with you, we are doing it with other bodies. I can mention GCB, a very tall list. They are all our partners to drive one agenda. So today my message is very short. I am here to sell our services to you. And the topmost service that you, the student, do is what? Come again? Data. Data, right? Data. Wow. Data rank 1. Secondly, what? Momo, a large cash out, right? Momo, right? So at times you hear people say, oh, I want to do Momo. I want Momo. Momo, the simplest name, it's just a mobile money. You see, Momo is mobile money. So just mobile money will reframe to be Momo. So if you hear Momo, it's just mobile money. And what again? Okay. So when you do mashup, either you are doing mashup for voice or data, is that right? But I think the two most used by you students is data and then Momo. Data and Momo. So with Momo, how do you do Momo? You just need to get your Ghana card and register a SIM and use it, isn't it? And you are good to go. Either your daddy, your mom, your brother, working with GCB, but if you want to send money to you, he will do Momo to you. Is that not the case? Because that one is fast and convenient. Momo is not only receiving the money. There are so many things you can do with it. If you go to payment platforms, you are buying something online, you use Momo to pay. If you have GCB accounts and you have money, you can use Momo platform to push or pull. Is that not the case? Now, Momo, we have also introduced, have you heard of the Momo app? Momo app. Okay. How many of us are using the Momo app here? Just raise up your hand. With your Android phone. That's almost everybody. Almost everyone is using Momo app. You've seen the services on it, right? Are they convenient to you? Are they convenient? Okay, some, right. We'll get there. Now, with the Momo app, you can download the app yourself, and you're on the platform. We have just introduced a new service called the referral. So say if Kwame is on the app, he can refer the app to Ajwa. And Ajwa will also download the app. And when Kwame referred to Ajwa and Ajwa downloaded the app, Kwame, immediately you receive 200 megabytes. 200 megabytes. And Amma will receive 300 megabytes. Those having the Momo app, well, go to your Momo app, go to more, you see referrals.
With bold thinking and clear direction, at 𝗂𝗓𝗂𝗔𝗙𝗏 and 𝗔𝗏, we shape the CGMA designation to meet what's next. Sustainability, AI augmentation, people and communication skills. Sustainability, AI augmentation, people and communication skills. Strategy, real skills for a world in motion. We are the CGMAs. We are the future of finance.
Climate crisis. Our Project Zero strategy starts where it matters most, and that is at our highest.
A referral code for you. It could be in your school. It could be at home. Wherever you find yourself, and you get anybody using MTN and have an Android phone, and it's not on Momo, you can download the app for the person. And if that person consumes 1 cedi 50 pesos, just 1 cedi 50 pesos, you, the one who downloaded the app to the person, is getting 1 cedi. If the person continues to use that, you also continue to earn something in the subsequent month. Is it clear? So there are two things I mentioned. You can do referral and get data, and you can also come together as a group. We will create a code for you, and you can use that one to download app for other people. Wherever you are, then you earn something for yourself. What is happening on Momo? I don't talk much, but what is happening? As we are doing things good, it could be anywhere. Others are also there, try to find their way through, to do things that are not right. We call it fraud. Ever heard of Momo fraud before? Is it happening? Is it happening? Who are these fraudsters? Where are they? Say? MTN. Good one. Almost all of us here.
Climate change has become a real issue, impacting every aspect of our lives as individuals and as a business. And so as a responsible organization, we care about the environment, and that is why we have embarked on Project Zero to reduce our carbon emissions to net zero. For us at MTN, Project Zero is not just a carbon reduction target. It is a bold strategic transformation. It represents our long-term ambition to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2040. Through this project, we are fundamentally reimagining how our business operates,